Vietnam, a tropical country, is small but has an extremely heroic history of resisting foreign invaders. One of the first passed down cultural and historical examples of indomitable national spirit, refusing to be oppressed, even attacking women in their homes, is the Hai Bi Trung uprising. Fate or Grand Order has introduced a new character, heroic spirit Hai Bi Trung, summoned to the Saber class in a new singularity event in the wet and wild southern lands. How did the Trung sisters absorb contemporary knowledge when they became heroic spirits? How are these events and characters inspired by Vietnamese culture and history? Anime Rewind will review all the first information about the two women in today's video.
Note: the plot this time was not 100% announced at the time of making the video, so there will definitely be errors. I hope you're not being too harsh. Trang Turk's original surname was Lac, the daughter of the Lac General of M Linh District, who had a marriage contract with Thi Sach, was also the daughter of the Lac General of Chu Dien District. The governor of the district at that time, Thi Hun, freely exploited the people.
Just took advantage of the law to kill philanthropists in order to extinguish the thin germ of military cooperation of General Hai Hien. Hateful of country and home, in the year 40, Trang Turk and his sister Trang Nh raised troops to attack TNH. The districts in Nam Hai, Q Tran, Not Nam, and Hop Pho all responded and turned into an uprising. Finally, taking 65 citadels in the south, Trang Turk proclaimed himself king and was also called Trung Vuong. In the year 41, the Han dynasty sent General M Vinh to suppress it. By the year 42, he used a strategy to conquer the element of harmony. Wherever he went, away from the mountains, build roads, go to the fields to lure people there. Both faltered the hearts of Trung Vuong's army and created a position to store grain for a long-term battle. The situation of our land in Vietnam is enough to build a career of hegemony. Although there are favorable terrain, it seems that the time has not yet come. The king felt very angry when he saw this, thinking that my troops are incompatible, afraid of not being able to resist. Retreat the army to stay at Ban Ki. The army also believed that the king was a woman, afraid that he would not be able to defeat the enemy, so he would run away. The two Trung sisters went into battle in 1943. That is the summary from IVIT SK2Nth. If you are interested, you can read more. Some other folk sources also believe that the two women went to Ha Sun Mountain and then disappeared to heaven, or throw yourself into the Htgiang River. People in the continent felt sympathy at that time, so they built a temple near Htgiang. Anyone who meets them comes to the temple to pray for it to be fulfilled. In the book Len Nam Chkuai, it is said that during the reign of King Lian Tong, there was a great drought and crop failure. The king sent the Zen master Tran Tin to pray for rain. On a rainy day, the king dreamed of two girls wearing blue clothes. A group of witches calling themselves the Trung sisters, the king's plum van comes back to make rain. In National Geographic's Summary of World History in the US, the two Tran ladies are the first two female kings in the world, but before that there were only male kings. In the series, after the two heroes sacrificed and returned to the heroic seat, which is a place outside the flow of time and reincarnation, or more accurately understood as escaping the development of the soul on the basis of the existing origin. Once they became heroic spirits, the Trung sisters received information throughout the ages, so when she appeared, she chose a white and leafy ao dye with a stylish cut. Although it is not true to the era of the two women, it is the national costume of Vietnam. Trang Turk appears with a gentle image, understanding people's hearts, with a small bamboo tube with a shoulder strap. As for Trang Nh, he held the bamboo tightly and was ready to chop it, creating a pair of strength in the military and softness in domestic affairs, foreign affairs. The battle scenes of the two women also have a strong Vietnamese military character. The weapon is a guillotine with a bamboo handle and a blade made from water. As for Trang Turk, the handle is a little longer than her sister. During a fight scene, the two will retreat and keep their distance. The bamboo bush, oh yes, the bamboo branch will turn into a type of gun that shoots continuously at the target and causes damage. Bamboo bushes are not only used to teach the other person to learn Vietnamese. When slashed from below, the sharpened bamboo stake will rise up like a rampart. Another scene uses elephants to fight, directly related to the uprising's elephant riding. And finally, there is a section mentioning the Mekong Delta. Although the two ladies knew the name of this delta through their knowledge when they were at An Linh Toa, but it just stops at knowing. The common point of all the above tableaus is that they are all related to water. It also partly refers to the anecdote of the Trung sisters being able to call rain. After the two women were upgraded for the first time, people in the industry also called them repeat spirits. Mrs. Trung will switch to neater outfits with a one-armed camisole and a long skirt. Overall, it is the daily working outfit of Vietnamese village women, but with certain copper motifs added. Trung Ni in particular also changed his posture of holding bamboo to look quite similar to the way he holds and uses a plow after tiring hours of farming. The next upgraded outfit is the Ao Dai, which looks a bit more elegant. The two Trung sisters were now standing in the middle of the water with lotus petals surrounding them, and the pattern from Turingan's hat looked like dragonfly wings. While the lotus is the national flower of Vietnam, the image of dragonflies is directly related to the legend that the Trung sisters had divinity and had the ability to call rain, with the folk saying dragonfly flies low, it's rainy. If you fly high, it's sunny. If you fly low, it's shady. On the other hand, the image of two women throwing themselves into the Htgiang River also reminds of the moment the dragonfly enters the water, ending its life cycle. That is also the profound meaning of San Soi. After the final outfit upgrade, we have flowers blooming next to the smiles of the two sisters, especially Tung Nh just now smiled. When deploying the treasure, the warrior statue conquered 65 cities in the southern region in joy and excitement. The tactic of elephant soldiers was a strength of Vietnam during the feudal period. Elephants can sweep with terrifying destructive power, almost unstoppable when conquering the provinces in Duc Nam. The image of the elephant asking for Hai Bi Trung also appears in many paintings from ancient times to the present. At the end of the tableau, the land is flooded with heavy rain. Currently, the community is still debating which rocks are in Ha Long Bay or in the Htgiang River. Where do you think? You can comment below. If it's really Htgiang, I have to respect the developers because of their willingness to learn about the Vietnamese people. The Vietnamese people are associated with a resilient and indomitable fighting spirit in the face of foreign invaders, most of whom are from China. When meeting Wu Zetian, Empress Wu wondered why they knew so well that the war could not go anywhere. It absolutely cannot solve the problem of the Trung sisters' time, but why are they still trying so hard? The two ladies responded that we have no regrets. We multiplied, but the more we multiplied, the more the enemy came. Besides leading the troops to revolt, there was no other way. To break Mrs. Vo Hao's face by worrying about this, the game designer of Fate Grand Order had a move for the two Trung sisters who have an extremely anti-Chinese nature. From this part, I will talk a little about this game. FGO divides characters into many different classes, with the basic mechanism being hammer, scissors, bag. The same mechanism extends further, as you can see how the classes differ from each other in the picture. In the small triangle part of the triangular class includes Saber, Archer, and Lancer. It can be seen that Archer is a guest class directly to the Saber class of the Trung sisters. But in the game, there are no Chinese archers. On the contrary, there were 4 Lancers from China who received double damage from 2 women. The same Chinese Saber will deal 1 less damage than normal. For other classes outside this small triangle, there is the Berserker class with up to 2 Chinese rims that receive double the damage from the 2 triangles and deal the opposite damage with a coefficient of x1.5. Among the remaining Chinese rims, there are 3 casters. A foreigner also exchanges x1.0 damage with both women. As for Clash Assassin, there are up to 5 Chinese servants, and also Wu Zetian's clash will be a bit more special. This clash has a fighting style that favors continuous attacks, but the 2 Trung sisters have the 3rd skill Trung Vuong Tun and Geem, which helps the entire squad increase their resistance to attacks. There is also an extended skill that helps increase the damage they deal with Clash Assassin by 20-30. There is only one temporary exception that can overcome the Trung sisters. Tan Tu Hong of Clash Ruler only receives 0.5 damage from most Clash, including Saber. Finally, before the end of the video, there will be a small bonus for the details that appeared in this 2-tram launch event that I don't know where to put. These details are fragmented because the plot has not been fully revealed. Hope you understand. The event took place at the location of an archipelago that was originally a giant turtle inspired by the Turtle Island in Vietnam. When in this area, the island will have a smaller turtle avatar to facilitate communication. Looking at his face, I knew this was a genuine arms dealer. When talking with the turtle, we also learned that his concept of beauty is classic, long black hair. As for a few golden-haired girls, I had to remind them. Meanwhile, Lee, after being transgendered and wearing an dye, still held a sword. I don't know if he's in trouble or not. On the island, there are also a number of other small creatures called children, referring to the Vietnamese word con when talking about children. Green, these children are a group of mermaid-like monsters that are almost deadly. Looks pretty ugly, definitely haven't subscribed to the anime channel Rewire yet. Destroy them by weakening them, creating conditions for them to finish off. At this point, the mermaids will either disappear or they will transform back into your form. So it seems like these people have a pretty close blood relationship with the mermaids. It is unclear whether it is based on the story of Sun Tin, Tu Tin, or UC and Elsie Long Kun. The entire event revolves around the process of helping children build a peaceful land against mermaid attacks, including building citadels and arming the army. That's all you need to know about the launch event of these two special articles in Fate or Grand Order. Most of the knowledge about cultural history has been taught in the middle school program. If you want to develop yourself as a historian, you can start with the book Ivid Sk to Nth. If you want to become a researcher of Ng Vien culture, start with the book Len Namchkui. It's a bit unfortunate that the game Fate or Grand Order is currently not released in Vietnam, therefore, it is not subject to any taxes or content censorship from the Ministry of Culture and Communications. But if you want to play and learn, you will find a way. If you don't want it, you'll find an excuse. Particularly with the issue of free drawings on the internet, Vietnam has banned all depraved cultural products in general. However, let's be honest with ourselves about this delicate matter. No one can stop the progress of the internet. This video and all Anime Rewind videos are produced by Qua HD, extremely easy video editing instructions. If you want to create flashy anime and gaming video products, try looking through the tutorials on HD Fruit. Especially for those who want to study for a bright professional future, you can also refer to video editing courses. Discount details are in the description. I'm Tien. Hello and see you soon.